2024 is about to end, and let's end it with some learnings as I share to you 7 things I have learned with my 7 years to date in the coffee business industry. Lesson number 1, which I have learned the hard way in my first year in the business. Number 1 is I do not know everything. I remember when I was still starting out 7 years ago, I was actually kind of confident. I think I know it all. I'm a CPA, I have a business related course, and I even have a master's degree. Sure, I know how to make it work. Very expensive belief. Over the years, I have learned that the moment I believe that I know it all is when I stop learning. And when I stop learning is when I actually start failing. What's humbling with being a business owner is you continue to grow and you continue to seek to learn. And that is in this journey of being in the coffee business industry or in the business industry as a whole that my love for continuous learning was ignited. As I'm committed to make my business successful, I seek for mentors. I look for people who already got success in things that I want to succeed because there's always a lesson from their experience that I can take in for myself. And then I also seek for other people who are in the same journey because being in business can actually be very lonely. Sometimes you would feel like no one understands you. Sometimes you feel like you're misunderstood. But when you are with people who are in the same journey as you are, it's a lot lighter. And I also seek for people who would also need help. I give back and reach out to people who are seeking to know more. I always share this. The reason why I'm doing all of these things is that I want to be that person who I needed the most when I was still starting out. So that Faye, who was still starting out, thinks she knows it all. Hey there, young Faye, you don't know it all. And even up to now, I still continuously learn. And I think that's how it should be, right? The circle of life. We always continue to learn. And even me in my 7 years to date, I still have things I do not know. That's why I seek for mentors to know what I need to know more. I seek for people who are in the same journey. And I also seek for people who would need help. Now, if you want to journey with me in this circle of life called entrepreneurship, I invite you to my 2-day Brewing Success live workshop via Zoom, where we talk about brewing success for your coffee business particularly. Links are in the comments or the description box, and I'll see you there via Zoom. Lesson number 2. The best way to trust others is to trust myself. People who know me personally oftentimes call me Wonder Woman because yes, I can actually do things on my own amazingly. Thank you. However, one of the key things to succeed in business is to have a team. And I can do more if I am able to multiply myself. Now, however, having a team entails a lot of things. I don't know if fellow business owners would agree, but this is for my experience. Handling people is one of the most challenging part of entrepreneurship. Dealing with different personalities, different issues. So if you could picture out my journey, I started alone, doing things on my own, up until it led to burnout and overwhelm. And then I started tapping people and having a team. Then it became more complicated. Initial reaction would be perhaps I would shut down myself and just do things again on my own, right? But no, these types of problems with a team, I believe, is normal. It's part of the journey. I cannot control their productivity. I cannot control how they think. I cannot control how they do their work. I cannot control their emotions. I cannot control their commitment. But I can definitely control how I respond. Those experiences did not lead me not to trust other people, but it led me to trust myself more. And I think that's the best way I can trust people is to trust myself. That no matter what happens, I definitely trust myself to know how to respond, and I definitely trust myself to know what to do. And this is really one thing that I'm bringing with me in 2025 and in the years thereafter as I grow my business. Now, if you want to journey with me in this crazy thing called entrepreneurship, I invite you to my 2-day Brewing Success live workshop via Zoom, where we talk about brewing success for your coffee business, whether you're still starting out or whether if you already have a coffee business and you would want to tweak some things. This 2-day workshop is for you. So I do this every month and you only pay once and you can re-attend every month. Details on the links or in the comments or comment brew in this reel and I'll send you the details. Lesson number 3. The moment I start comparing myself with others was the moment I started losing. I asked myself, where did this thought that I must always compete to be top come from? And I don't know with your experience, but in my case, as I was thinking and discerning, it started with school in basic ed, where there are recognitions for top students. While competition is good because it sets a standard, you seek to be better. But for me, I have learned that competition becomes toxic when you take it as something that you compete with others. I think I can get the most out of competing and competition when I compete with myself, when I strive to be better than I was yesterday. Because in reality, unlike in school that there could only be one top one and 10 top 10, in business and in life, we can all be top one. We can all succeed. You just have to define what do you mean by succeeding and what is success for you. And for me, in my business particularly, apart from profitability, because that's given, success is when you're able to live by your company's mission and it's aligned with your personal values as a business owner. And your business, apart from creating profit, is that it's creating impact to the society. And when I had that shift, in the way I see competition, I am able to do more. There are less drama, less hate, and I am also able to celebrate the success of others. And I think that's how it should be. This 2025, I encourage you and I challenge you to compete with yourself instead of competing with others. Now, if you're ready to compete with yourself and brew success for your coffee business, I invite you to my 2-day Brewing Success live workshop via Zoom, where we set the foundations of your coffee business. It's perfect for you if you're still planning or if you already have your own coffee business and you're looking on revamping things. And what's nice is you only pay once and you can re-attend every month for that workshop. And I hope to see you there. Lesson number 4. There are no failures, just lessons learned. Now, honestly speaking, I failed a lot of times. And in fact, the number of times that I failed are way higher than the number of times I succeeded. The irony, right? But I believe the successes would be made possible if I didn't allow myself to make mistakes as much as I could. Mistakes are actually traces of action. And one thing I've observed with people who are very successful is that they are very fast. Speed is their superpower. They move fast. At the same time, they fail fast. And when they fail fast, they learn faster with that particular thing. And when you learn faster, you succeed a lot faster. So they are not overthinkers. They take action as fast as they could. They commit mistake, fine. They learn from it. Speed is their superpower. At first, it was difficult for me to fail after a failure. But I'm ultimately grateful for the people around me who continuously choose to believe in me, whether you have a choice or not, most especially to my business partners. But when I had that shift about failures, about mistakes, instead of saying to myself, I'm a failure, this is a mistake, I asked myself, what can I learn from this? How can I take this forward? And that creates a difference. I encourage you to try it too. I encourage you to try it for yourself and for your business and see what happens. Now, if you want to leverage also from lessons I have learned in my 7 years, including all my failures, I consider my failures as medals because these are lessons learned. I invite you to my 2-day Brewing Success workshop live via Zoom, where we talk about the foundations for your business, specifically coffee business. Lesson number 5, the world is evolving. The more you resist, the more you'd get left behind. Now, the coffee industry, like the world around it, is evolving very fast. Consumer preferences, technology, market preferences, market changes, market trends. These are shifting rapidly, and staying ahead requires being able to adapt. Now, if you cling to outdated methods, or resist new ideas, you risk falling behind your competitors who embrace the change. From adopting modern brewing techniques, digital marketing, AI-driven systems, keeping up is no longer optional. It is essential for survival and growth. However, innovation and all the changes around shouldn't mean ditching the basics or abandoning the fundamentals. At its core, a coffee business should thrive in the basic: consistent quality, excellent customer service, efficient operations. But by combining modern strategies and innovation with strong business foundations, you can create a business that evolves with the times while staying grounded with what truly matters: The key is finding the balance, embracing change while staying rooted in the fundamentals of your business and the principles that define your brand. Now, in our 2-day brewing success workshop, I discuss all the modern technique from digital marketing through AI-driven system. And if you feel like you are even left behind with the fundamentals, we will also do that. That's why it's a 2-day brewing success workshop live via Zoom. I do this every month, but you only pay once and you can re-attend every month as much as you need. Links are in the comments or in the description box, or comment brew and I'll send you. And let's go to lesson number 6 for the 7 things I have learned for my 7 years in the coffee business industry to date this 2024. Lesson number 6, it's okay to start small. And hear me out on this, because some would say you should actually play big. But starting small doesn't actually mean playing small. It's about building a stronger foundation for something big. Now, when we started 7 years ago, we actually started big. And if you were to ask me if I were to go back to the time, if I would do it the same thing again, I believe there would be a lot of difference. But nonetheless, no, let's not just talk about that because it's already done. But no regrets for sure, because everything that had happened is, again, lessons learned, right? Now, in the coffee business, particularly like a humble setup, like a small cafe or a coffee cart, it allows you to test your ideas, refine your processes, and understand your customers without overwhelming risks. It's not about limiting your potential. It's about being smart and strategic, ensuring that every step is deliberate and sustainable. Many of the most successful businesses actually started small, using their beginnings as launchpad for something big, and their humble beginnings gave them strong foundations for them to be able to scale and grow. Remember, it's not the size of how you start that matters. It's the vision, effort, and determination that you put into it for it to thrive. And once again, I'm inviting you to my 2-day brewing success live workshop via Zoom, where we talk about building strong foundations so you could brew bigger success for your coffee business. Links are in the comments for more details. In case you have questions, feel free to send me a message. And I hope to see you there via Zoom.